Descriptive essay is one of the most descriptive essay is one of the most toughest items in ICSE and both in ISC language. We often leave it and choose something else, especially we go for narrative composition or for argumentative or picture or story writing. Descriptive composition, why do we leave? We leave because we have to describe each and every event. But if we follow the certain rules and criteria, then it will not be a huge problem for us. So what are the things that we need to follow to compose a perfect descriptive essay? In this video, we are going to discuss that very element. Keep it in mind, for ICSE it is 20 marks and you will have some 300 to 350 words to use, and for ISE it is 400 to 450 words, and further you will have 25 marks for this one. What are the things to be used is clearly mentioned here along with the specimen topic, and it would be better if you write down these points. So in that case you have to pause the video many a times, or if you can write with my speaking speed, then it will be also very nice, but in that case you have to be a little bit faster. So the way you like, the way you prefer, that way you do. And in this video we'll particularly discuss descriptive essay. We will not mix up any other topics. So number one, what we are going to have, we'll have the technical procedure of writing this one. Marking scheme is not discussed here, that one I'll discuss in another video with another specimen. Number two, what we have discussed here, we have further discussed the use of different imageries, the character identification of a place, and most importantly we discuss here the body of this particular essay. Hope it will be useful one for you. So here you go. Descriptive essay is one of the most important topics in composition part. It is harder than any other topics. Most of the writers, the greatest creators, they are often found writing the essays in descriptive form. We require immense power of imagination as well as a clear concept and a straight thinking in order to compose a descriptive essay. Purpose. The purpose of a descriptive essay is to describe a person, place or thing in such vivid detail that the reader can easily form a precise mental picture of what is being written about. So your writing should be that much clear that it can create an image inside the mind of the readers. How? The author may accomplish this by using imaginative language, interesting comparison and images that appeal to the senses. Imaginative languages, that means the thing you are going to write, that is your imagination, but that should seem practical to the readers. Number two, interesting comparison, that means the comparison you are going to make, that should be so clear that it can form the word picture in the mind. Just like while I will describe something, I have visited a village and there I have found the atmosphere very beautiful. So while describing the sky, I have to make the readers understand how did I perceive the sky. I would like to write the bale of curtains were flying around. So they can easily understand, the readers can easily understand the clouds were white and was very beautiful. And images also have to use that will touch the senses of the readers, whether it is olfactory, gustatory or kinesthetic. So we have to use all the 5 types of imagery is possible. Example of a descriptive essay describing things. So here you can, in this picture you can see a fun fair. So in order to describe this picture, or in order to describe an event where you or I went to a fun fair and enjoyed different rides. So I have to describe each and every detail in the finest language. Now, here is one specimen. I have always been fascinated by carnival rides. It amazes me that average, ordinary people eagerly trade in the serenity of the ground for the chance to be tossed through the air like vegetables in a food processor. It amazes me that at some times in history, someone thought that people would enjoy this, and that person invented what must have been the first of these terrifying machines. For me, it is precisely the thrill and excitement having survived the ride that keeps me coming back for me. My first experience with a carnival ride was a Ferris wheel at a local fair. Looking at the looming monstrosity spinning the life out of its sardine cage's occupant, I was dumbstruck. It was huge, smoky, noisy, and not a little intimidating. Ever since that initial impression became fossilized in my imagination many years ago, these rides have reminded me of mythical beasts, amazing dinosaurs carrying off their screaming passengers like sacrificial virgins. Even the droning sound of the engines brings to mind the great roar of the fire breathing dragon with smoke spewing from its exhaust pipe nostril. The first ride on one of these fantastic beasts gave me an instant rush of adrenaline. As the death defying ride started, a lump in my throat pulsed like a dislodged heart, ready to walk the plank. As the ride gained speed, the resistance to gravity built up against my body until I was unable to move. An almost imperceptible pause as the wheel reached the top of its climb allowed my body to relax in a brief state of normalcy. Then there was an assault of stomach turning weightlessness as the machine continued its rotation and I descended back towards the earth. A cymbal like crash vibrated through the air as the wheel reached bottom, and much to my surprise, I began to rise again. Each new rotation gave me more confidence in the churning machine. Every accent left me elated that I had survived the previous death defying fall. When another nerve wracking climb failed to follow the last exhilarating descent and the ride was over, I knew I was hooked, physically and emotionally drained. I followed my fellow passenger down the clanging metal steps to reach the safety of my former footing. I had been spared, but only to have the opportunity to ride again. My fascination with this fantastic flight is deeply ingrained in my soul. A trip on the wonderful Ferris wheel never fails to thrill me, although I am becoming older and have less time or less inclination to play. The childlike thrill I have on a Ferris wheel continues with each and every ride. The subject of the sample essay is fairly ordinary. A ride on the Ferris wheels. The author makes it interesting, however, by comparing the Ferris wheel to a monstrous creature, sometimes by dragons, and further use the Greek mythological element of Hesiod. The author makes good use of fresh, varied vocabulary. For use, the first paragraph alone, she uses verbs that create excitement like fascinate, amaze, and terrify. They're almost same, but different in sound. In the second paragraph, she uses a variety of terms to describe the machine, such as monstrosity, mythical beast, amazing dinosaur, fire-breathing dragon. The author uses her senses to describe the scene, how the ride looks, sound, smell, and feels. The five senses sight, visual imagery, hearing, auditory imagery, touch, kinesthetic imagery, taste, gustatory imagery, and smell, olfactory imagery. The ride, huge, smoky, noisy, and its engines drone like the roar of a dragon on the right. She gets a rush of adrenaline and a lump in her throat. She feels immobile and then weightless. It, the essay is well organized. The introduction begins with the general statements. What is written? I have always been fascinated by carnival rides. So, whilst make when you are going to start your essay, also you should make a general statement. Think you have visited or a historical place last year, so you have to give description of that one. So you should give a general statement of the history or your fascination regarding the historical places. Body. The body of the essay is composed of several paragraphs that describe the fairy's wheel, the way it seems from the ground, and the way it feels to ride on. Conclusion. The conclusion reiterates the main idea of the essay, that the author continues to find carnival rides thrilling and exciting. So the conclusion should not be a specific or a separate one, but should be the same thing that you have started the essay with. Describing a place, the adjectives we should use or the term we should use: the country, the countryside, outdoors, the seaside, the beauty spot, a tourist paradise attraction, the beach, a historic monument, a ruined place, a world famous site, the site of battle. Adjectives for place: remote, imposing, superb, easily accessible, inaccessible, peaceful, interesting, memorable, awe inspiring, world famous, of the beaten track, and so on. Kindly write these adjectives with which we can describe a place. This should be written, since it will help not only in literature but many cases in language part. When describing places, you may want to include location, physical characteristics, atmosphere, spatial attraction, the cultural and people in the place, historical details, your personal impression and opinion. Describe a person, someone you admire, a famous person, someone who impacted your life, an interesting person who you met. These are going to be the topics that you may get. Adjectives to use: interesting, shy, diffident, pushing, overbearing, talented, lonely, sociable, likable, apaced, intelligent, introvert, extrovert. So many terms we have in order to express the quality of a person. So this thing we should use according to our requirement. When describing people, you may want to include physical appearance, personality, character, attributes, behavior, attributes and attributes, interest, hobbies, profession, your personal impression and opinion. Describing objects. When describing things, you may want to include physical appearance, origin, use, your personal impression, opinion. Describing events, experiences, thought. When describing events, you may want to include, just like one event of annual sports or annual function in your school. What you have to do, the setting, where and when it happened, past tense you have to use, what happened in chronological orders, that means one after another in a particular time period, your impression or opinion about it. Things to consider as you write your descriptive essay: think of an instance that you want to describe. Why is this particular instance important? What were you doing? What other things were happening around you? Is there anything specific that stands out in your mind? So these things you have to keep in mind. Next, where were objects located in relation to where you were? How did the surroundings remind you of other places you have been? What sights, smells, sound and taste were in the air? Means surrounding. Did the sights, smells, sound and taste remind you of anything? What were you feeling at all at that time? Has there been an instance in which you have lived this way before? So these are the things you have to keep it in mind. My suggestion is to write these things in order to have a valid idea, and later you can use this thing as per your requirement. What do you want the reader to feel after reading the paper? What types of words and images can convey these feelings? Can you think of another situation that was similar to the one you are writing about? How can it help explain what you are writing? So, if you are writing about visiting a historical place, you can compare with another visit of yours. Just like you have visited Delhi this year. So, you can write that 2 years back you visited Hampi, Karnataka, and you have experienced something special. So you can compare both the situation. Is there enough detail in your essay to create a mental image for the readers? Yes, creating images in the mind of the reader is one of the most essential thing in descriptive essay, and that you have to do properly. So kindly go through this detailing, write down if necessary, and make a valid concept in your mind about how to write descriptive essay. Descriptive essay is hard, but it is not like that. It is inaccessible. We can access this thing. We can write beautiful things with descriptive essay. Keep it in mind, most of the beautiful essays in the world are descriptive essays, not narrative. Descriptive essays are of higher standard and of higher grade. Thank you very much.